Yo, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to the stream that doesn't want to capture my game. Give me a second. Okay, we're gonna figure this out. Hello? Okay, do I have to start? No. Hold on. Hold on. Full screen. Always on top. Yep. Okay, that's fine. How about this? How does this not work? Okay. Alright. Alright. Yep. Yep. I think I know what I did wrong. One second. Alright, I think we're working. We're working. We're back. Nothing. You know, every stream is a journey, and every journey is sadness. Is what I'm learning the longer I do this. Anyways, welcome back to a little bit of a vintage story stream. Today, guys, we're just gonna chill, play some vintage story. It is February 7th, which means tomorrow, at this time tomorrow, it'll be early March. So there's some things that I need to do. To try and get prepared for spring. How's work going in game? Work is going great in game. No, actually work's going okay, you know. Got some big projects going on right now, so this week might be a little hectic, but otherwise, you know, thank you for asking, Apollo. I appreciate, you know, your care and consideration and thinking on how I'm doing personally, you know. Some people like Lumberjack hate that question because I guess he doesn't want to connect to his friends. So I appreciate your inquiry there. Alright, Joselina Forn's here, Roger's here. And we're good to go. So between streams, I went ahead and shored up a little bit of the pine logs. The little palisade that's holding up the terrain here. I think there's going to be more detailing over time on it. I'm testing out, do I want to potentially chisel some decorative plinths or I guess cuts in these logs long term? We'll have to see how well that works out. Let's turn off cat eyes just to kind of see how things look a little bit more in their natural color. I'm so glad cat eyes is toggleable now. Okay, but how you doing, Apollo? Doing good? Again, still not playing vintage story on the server. You know, it's fine. You don't like us. I understand that too. Miss Jelly is over there. You could be playing with her, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. Or are you just hitting the golf with Alan Shrewsbury? You might be hanging out with good old Alan Shrewsbury. Okay, so a couple things that I need to do, chat, is... Let me look at my tannin. I might have to switch some of this over. Yes, we need some strong tannin. Been good, busy, traveling. Okay, nice. I was actually back in West Virginia a couple weeks ago. Almost a month now, maybe. So that was great to be back in the one. I can't stress how much I miss hills. You know, now that I've been down in South Carolina long enough, the moment I kind of hit that Charleston Turnpike and everything, oh, the nature scenes are so good. I miss it. Got a little hole here that I gotta fill in that I missed somehow. Oh, my pots were in it. That's why. That's why. And boom. Alright, cool. We got enough crocs. We have a little bit of food to hold us over, I think. At least maybe for today's session. I hope so. We'll have to see. The well We have all 350 liters of water in here right now. So that's great. So let's go ahead and attach our thing here. Looks like real life Minecraft. Yeah, that's what Vintage Story essentially is. It is, you know, I know people hate when you compare Vintage Story to this, and even, or Minecraft to this, and even I do, in a way, but it's like the best comparison, honestly. It's a block game, crafting survival, but a very realistic progression of things. We are freezing to death. I need some warmth. I need some warmth. I need some warmth. I'm cold. Look at me. I can barely contain. I'm hugging myself. I'm so cold and lonely. Dot Minecraft. Alright, so we are... I can't wait until we actually have windows too. Maybe that's something I need to work on. Is some glass panes. Might be a good thing. I need to seal this room, because right now this room isn't sealed from the elements. We only have fences acting as windows right now, so the wind is just harshly blowing through the walls. Alright, we'll take this food with us. And we start the stream with a medium temporal storm on the way. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. Dave is sending us a greeting. A little bit of a greeting card for the stream today. Well, we got time. It's 5:30 a.m. in the game, so we will... You know what? I'm going to move Pancake. Sadly, Pancake has a little bit of a collision thing. Also, what is... I don't know what is going on with my game FPS lately. It has been getting worse and worse. And we're not even doing anything crazy. Hold on, let me try this. Because I played this kind of fine, but look at this. I'm getting under 30 FPS. Very rhythmatically. Alright, turn off that. Optimize somewhat. We'll turn this up. Oh, chunk upload. Okay, that might have smoothed it out a little bit. And then this back to here. Okay, that feels a little bit better. Still not perfect. If I keep talking about settings, I'm going to turn it dirty. I'm going to start overclocking my machine at this rate. Alright, harvest a little bit of magical ingredients in the morning, and looks like the weather is kind of breaking, which is good. What's the temperature? -15 still, cold as balls. Alright. Let's do that. Anyways, how you guys this weekend been? Hopefully pretty good. I need to move all of my cranberry bushes, because I would like to build something here eventually. I don't know what yet. How's our herbs doing? I harvested these a little bit. I've been playing O Dynasty? Medieval Dynasty? Yeah. Been playing a bit of Medieval Dynasty. Okay, so it's too cold to grow those. Went to a truck tractor pull last night. Okay, cool. Cool. I'm assuming they just show off how much they can pull on a truck/tractor. Or maybe even against each other. I don't know. Yeah, Medieval Dynasty is always a good one to come back to, for sure. Do I want to do maybe some hunting? What do you guys think? Should we do some hunting? The Palisades pretty cool on the way up. I don't know why I'm getting these floaty snow bits. Foreign and you guys, are you guys noticing the snow isn't quite right sometimes now? At least lately. Maybe it's because... No. It's all like at the same height that is happening. It's very weird. Snow isn't behaving normally. Like throwing spears and hitting the cow ding sound? True. What do I want? Spears. Okay. Got that. Good. Also, is Cade online? No. Okay. I need to get the... He found a coal mine, which is very West Virginian, so I need to get the coordinates from him on that. Anyways, let's head over to our boat. I might go this way for maybe some hunting. That'll probably be good to do. Actually, it might probably be faster to go south and around. But yeah, we need to figure out where we want our farm land. We've been leveling this kind of area up here, so this might be where I end up putting farmland. It's kind of close enough nearby, and I might try and do some sort of organic shaped farmland instead of just perfect rows. That's going to affect the efficiency of my fields, but you know, I kind of don't care. We build for looks here on the Uthris channel. We build for looks. Man, we are already freezing again. -8. 33.6. Is this increasing? Or going down? Oh, no, it's going down. Oh, yeah, Apollo. I might be getting a set of golf clubs. In real life. I might actually touch grass. So weird. Yeah, my dad had a travel set that he would use when he would, you know, fly back to Maryland for work. And since he doesn't really do that much anymore, he's just gonna toss them my way. Hey, Steve, how's it going? Welcome. Get some little wiffle balls and start chipping in the yard. That's what my neighbor said, and I think that's hilarious. That's the first thing you said. But really, I need to first. I'll probably go to the range and just kind of do some tests in terms of, hey, can I? My dad's shorter than me, essentially. So I need to see if I need to get them reshafted, but we'll see. So you do late fall, early spring, yeah. No, my neighbor definitely suggested it because, like, you know, it's to find your swing, but also, like, I just haven't, I have not swung a golf club, again, since, like, middle school. So, it's going to be an interesting, I think, moment. When I take a huge divot out of my yard, I guess. On a good old test swing. But we'll see, you know, I might get them re-gripped. I need to figure out, you know, my measurement for golf clubs. Just kind of go to, like, some sort of local golf shop. I know there's probably some nearby. Do I have an axe with me? I do. Awesome. That's what I want to see. I have clubs and never even used clubs or been golfing. Wow. Then why do you have clubs? I'm assuming you maybe inherited them from, like, your parents or something. Golf clubs are one of those things where you're just like, your grandparents dies or something, and you're like, oh well, here's an old set of golf clubs, you know. I guess they're mine now. All right, so we got one boar. Its weight's low, but that's to be expected. Oh, maybe some mushrooms over here. Just gonna mark them if they are good mushrooms. Funeral bell. That's mushrooms Fawn eats, so I'm not gonna eat those. Yeah, they were a gift. Came with a bag and everything. Kept telling myself one of these times I'll go over practice. I think it's. I don't know if I would enjoy golf. Well, I would actually probably enjoy golf completely by myself. Honestly. But I kind of want to go golfing with my neighbor. My neighbor's kind of like an older man. You know, probably about the same age as my dad. So hanging out with him would be kind of cool. And he has a small group of friends that he plays with. You know, I just figured I was so good at PGA Tour 2K25 that, you know, I should just play for real, right? Why play a video game? I just need something to get me out of the house, too. I am so, like, locked in. Like, I work from this desk all day, and then afterwards I might play some video games all day. Like, there's not much that I do to kind of get away from my PC. So I just can't keep doing that. Is this server play with friends, or is it a bunch of random kind of like Rust? So this is a server that we're hosting for our community. So if you're a member of our YouTube channel and you have Vintage Story, you can kind of get the server information in that way. And then there's some other streaming communities that are playing on it as well. So like Booster, Red, a little bit of Raptor. But it's mostly linked to my community. And my members. It's a perk for being a member. And we'll do tours and stuff to other people's builds as time goes on. Red was going to stream some tomorrow. Well, yeah, no. I think he was kind of done with winter. Winter can turn people off on this game, you know. It can be a slog to kind of go through winter on here. Let me just temporarily mark my boat. Is there a boat icon in this pack? I'm not seeing one, so I'll just do a quest icon. I'll just make it red. There we go. That way I can find my boat. Winter sucks? Nah, winter's great. Get some cozy clothes, store up some food, get some building done. I actually really like winter in the game. It's also really pretty. But also, if you don't like winter, just head south. You know, head south. Get to a climate where it's not cold. Yeah, we'll just I'll mod in White Walkers next season. Don't worry. And then you can tell me how much you enjoy that winter compared to this one. I need to warm up, so I'm gonna find dry grass. I don't think I'm gonna find dry grass. That's the issue. Where even am I? What kind of terrain is this? This is like vanilla terrain going on. It is not traversable very well. At all. Grass. I should have brought some dry grass. I knew it. I done screwed up. Came over here to do some hunting, and what weather might get us? Oh, I forgot about the temporal storm too. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Dave, my savior, please. Dave, don't do this to me, Dave. Dave. Back to the boat. Quick. Ah! Quick. We're not gonna make it before it starts. We're not gonna make it before it starts. Flee. Flee. Foreign's group is right now taking bets on if I live or die. Shoot, I'm too far over. I'm too far over. Flee! Hey, Dave. How's it going, bud? Alright, we're gonna go through this canal. It's gonna be a little risky here. In-game meth dream, very true. Oh god, it didn't ice over, did it? Okay, no, didn't ice over yet. Dodge that. Alright, fastest way back to the base, probably south again. Alright, well now we know, right? Let's warm up. And next time we go out and about like a bunch of foals, we'll bring some dry grass so I can keep myself warm. I could do some pipe leaf to do that too. Vanilla plants, gold poppy, cornflower, and orange mallow. What kind of shag does this turn into? Hunger rate, intoxication. What was that thing? It's fine. It's fine. We don't ask questions. Gold poppy, cornflower. This one does tiredness. Cornflower, which I've seen. This one does body temperature. Okay, yeah, we need to get some cornflower shag. Oh no. Okay, that kind of sucks for us. Ow. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm dead. I'm dead. Abandon the ship. Where is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Is there any water here? I need 2 cattails. 2 cattails, please. Torch some of the bush to warm up. Guess we did use that trick last time. I just don't want to start random forest fires too often. You know? It's probably not a good look. Because this might burn down half the island. Alright, cool. Warm. Let's get a bit more horsetail. You're right, only I can prevent them, but only I can start them too. It's a dual management role. Is there no horsetails here? Come on, bro. Or, no cattails. Oh my god, fucking trees, dude. Fucking trees, dude. Cattails? No. Alright, we're going back to our boat and finishing the journey. We're at 37.6 degrees. That's probably good enough to get back to base. Hopefully this fire does not consume this whole island. No! Don't shoot me. Oh no, it's consuming the whole... Oh no! Okay. You know what? I don't have time to question it. I'm dead. I'm dead. I just heard a shiver. So I had to jump into the freezing cold water again. It was either me or the island. I mean, I'm not far from my respawn point, so... Fleet. Forn, can you send me a shipment of something to reset a skill point? I need to test something. I feel like I need to drop long life. I think it's causing an issue with my FPS. Because it seems like my FPS tanks when I'm injured more. And I don't know why it's doing the stuttering thing. Alright, there's our home up there. Like, how annoying is that visually for you guys on stream? Like, I feel like that has to be annoying. Because I feel like I'm just constantly rubber banding. Oh, okay, great. Yeah, right into the cold water again. It's fine. Okay. Alright, back to full. Even though long life is like such a great skill, I'm just gonna drop it. I don't think it's working right. You like the stockade? Thanks. Alright, let's get this guy on a skinning hook. Equal parts intense and impressive. Thanks. No, I should have just lit a fire sooner. Like, there was no need for me to leave. But I didn't want to start a bushfire again. That's the second one we've done. This whole island is probably still on fire. Like, can I see it, you think, if I go up on top of our mountain here? Do I just see this thing lit up like a Christmas tree? I mean, there could be peat over there. I hope no one built over there. I don't think anyone lived on that island. I'm not seeing a fire, but I felt like it was down here. I think it's fine. Admin fly there? I don't want to admin abuse too much today, guys. Let's see. Yeah, no. I think this is where it was, maybe. Guess the fire's out. Hope journey to find instead found Terra Pretty on the way. There you go. Finding Terra Pretty. Oh, found Pete. Found Pete. Ha. All right. Let's get a fresh thing of water. Came right at me, man. Okay, so I have a couple more pieces of meat left. Take a stock on our seeds. We have an okay supply of seeds. Flax is going to be probably the most important thing for me to plant this upcoming season. And then probably another type of grain for bread, so I can start making berry bread for winter. Onion's going to be good. Carrots going to be good. We can actually start planting carrots if we wanted to. Right now. And also parsnips. And that rice. No spelt. Oh, we could even do rye. Right now, too. Okay. We might want to look into doing that sooner rather than later then. So as soon as daytime breaks, let's set up our first little farm. I have a couple bits of high quality soil that we can use. I would like more of it. But to get that... Get back here. How long is the day-night cycle? I think it's about 45 minutes total. But the day-night length changes based on the season. So days are shorter in winter. Nights are longer in winter. And the inverse in the summer. So right now it is, what, 10:22 in game? Son. Stop. Get some help. Alright, let's get to cooking this a little bit. I also needed glass, right? That's another thing I wanted to find. I keep getting sidetracked. Quartz is super common. I think I actually have a lot of quartz over this way. If I remember correctly, I marked some. Yeah, it's going to be here at the silver deposit. Silver and gold kind of area. Give me this prime meat. Yes. How about cabbage? Okay, -5. Yeah, I need to get the rye down. So rye is N nutrient, carrot is K, parsnips is P. So I got 8 parsnips, 2 carrots. Actually, I have a little bit extra parsnips too. I think I had some more over here. Yeah, I have some carrot seeds over here. Accidentally took that out too soon. Salve preparation. What do we need for this? Tree bark, as many various to create a salve, first you must convert 2 cooking pots into empty salve containers. It can be done by holding shift, pressing right click with the salve ingredient, bark, fat, beeswax. Place both empty containers on the ground. Fill one with a single type of bark and fat, and the other with beeswax. Heat both on a fire to convert them to prepared versions. Finally, place one prepared container on the ground. Then shift and hold with the other container. Pour them together. Congratulations, you made a healing salve. The finished salve. To extract a portion that will heal over time, empty salve containers can be placed in the crafting grid. Convert them back into cooking pots. Interesting. This knife is about to break. Might need a reforge. How are we doing over at the side yard? There's a bowtorn back there, but not really in a dangerous spot. So let's break this knife apart. Get rid of this old handle. You don't need that thing anymore. How many bits am I gonna need for this? 3, so two bits. Let's go get some bits warmed up. Actually, no, I moved this outside because I kind of complained about not having my crucible on hand. All right, give me 2 bits. Get hotter than that? Yeah, 900. 900 is enough to at least work with on. So we can use peat. Boy. Everything's mad at me, bro. What did I even do to these guys? I think my final skill, honestly, is I'm gonna do farming, I think. I'm gonna do combat, metalworking, and farming as my 3 specs that I'm choosing. Nice. Alright, that was a quick little reforge of that knife. Let's go grab, we're gonna use some nails to reattach it. A little handle here. There we go. Give it a quick sharpen. Perfect. Brand new knife. Quality 3.44. Oh, a magic mob. I don't get these around very often, so I gotta kill them when I see them. Drones are super important for me. I'm still holding off a little bit on like doing a lot of magic progression. And I think I'm just going to be using this time to try and just save up as much material as possible. For it. Okay. Do I have my shovel? I do. Where is my high fertility? So I have 25 high fertility soil. Great. How much medium fertility do we have? Probably not much. I have a lot of low. Yeah, not much at all. We'll have to get some. Give me these. Okay. Jeff? Calm down, bud. Okay, so I'm thinking up here in this kind of flat area is what I want. Have I hit that one yet with transmute? I don't think so. I'll just stabilize that one. Anyways, I'm thinking up here is where we'll start doing maybe a terraced garden. If I just kind of go up into the hillside this way, that's probably going to be the best looking. We also need to kind of kill some Jeffs and farm some combat XP anyways, so I'm fine just standing out here in the dark. It's almost 4 a.m., so sunrise should happen here in the next couple minutes. So I'm thinking this lower white area we probably won't farm on. I'm going to try and start that on the next terrace. Could be possible that we build on this one that's already like so flat. Or I could do it over here. Like leave that and then just do it over here. Yeah, I might do that. Another one. Another earthen drone. Check that out. Take that. Temporal gear. Take that. All right, so what I'll do, I guess I just have to start leveling a little bit up here. Stop it. The mobs are very, very mean to me today. Just fucking jeez. Can't they tell I'm a bit busy? Also, what do you guys think of cat eyes? I think you guys can see at nighttime decently well. I mean, I know I can see decently well because of it. Wow, another temporal gear. We're getting almost to the point to where I don't have to worry about respawning at all. If we keep getting gears like this. What's my combat at? 243. And a rusty gear. Lily of the Valley. Is this useful for anything? Healing oil. In that regard, this might be good to keep for the herb garden as it expands. I think I'm fine with that. So when we start leveling out the terrain a little bit with some of the soils, we're gonna use low fertility. And then we'll store our medium fertility back at base. Get out of here. Man, these things are cockroaches. Cockroaches. Gotta cock it. Yeah, let's go store some stuff. I'm thinking here's medium. That's all low. I'm thinking the farm itself will be outside the perimeter wall that I'm working on. Just because I just don't think I can justify such a large structure around the whole place. Yeah, fine. No, we're not much different from where we were at earlier. Got a fence up. Yeah, this is the continuation a little bit of the one that we started the last stream. I mean, it's a basic palisade. It'll do. I need shears to get rid of some of these shrubs. I'm going to fill this little valley in a bit. Oh, no, I do not want to be picking up all these right now. Let's just get rid of them. Okay. Yeah, we're in February. Early February, or February 8th or so. There we go. I'm going to raise this up one more. I think. That way we have an upper area, a lower area to plant some stuff on. Let's go ahead and break this thing so we can take it. We'll see if we can meditate at it just to increase our magic a little bit more again. It is a new one. So we just need to slot in a bit of currency. Ponder, what does it mean to be a floating ancient marker? Yes. What does it mean? All right. Warm back up. Let's see. Yeah, if we have this path go straight into maybe like a stables area, then we can flatten out this section, flatten up into here, maybe into here. I want to leave some hills in between some of these spots. The challenge that we're going to have is just, we got to try and make things look natural, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's going to be the start of the farm. The other thing is put in like underground greenhouses. You can build an actual just greenhouse. You cannot build farms underground, like in the earth. That there is a world setting to enable that if you wanted to, but we have that turned off, so people can't really do farms underground. Okay. And then I kind of, honestly, guys, I don't want to have, this is going to sound crazy. I'll rectify it with magic when I get there. If I can make a botanical matrix eventually... This applies a greenhouse effect to everything in the area. Isn't there like a water spell? Hold on, let me look at ritual magics for a second. There's a hydration spell, right? Ritual of burnable materials, ore bringer, warding and grace, elemental infusion. Hydro saw, not saw. Oh, Leviosa, Harry. Old school internet. Alright, let's see. I just want to see what I can nap here. Warding, balance, creation, destruction, Orebringer, rust, world essence. Is there really no world magic for hydrating crops anymore? Water touch. Resist water. Maybe it's gonna be irrigate. No. Hydrate farmland. Also puts out fires. There's just one hydrate farmland rig now? That is a little frustrating. Because I wanted to make a thing that would let me rune. Oh, magic chalk. Magitrix does nothing on its own. You can store spells in this, but that's not going to do much for me. Enchanted stone. Magic ward, magic bridge. It's kind of the botanical matrix is the only thing now, huh? Well, that's crap. That's crap. I mean, maybe there'll be something that I can find later that's a little bit more useful, but I was going to use magic to hopefully do my farmland layout. But, alright. Can't get too distracted, just gotta keep working at it. Holy, another one? I mean, we'll take it. Nightmare Drifter, what are you guys doing? Where are you guys? Fighting Nightmare Drifters? Alright, more mana. Okay. Fill that little section in. Let's get this guy in. Very good. Next level. Just be up one, right? My plans in my head never seem to work out in terms of how this is gonna look. Like, I had this cool idea of like not having water in between the crops and instead having like magic circle crop layouts. Yeah, playing back at 0.75 speed, Jesus. Because that way I could do some more just decorative water elements rather than pure irrigation, but I will have to see if that is now feasible. So I watched a YouTube video today. That kind of caught my eye. It just happened to kind of show up for me. And it's a video about that project. I think I've seen it before in the past. But it's the project to like create all of Middle Earth in Minecraft. And I can't believe... I thought they were done with that thing, but I guess not. So they're still working on it. And that is looking so good. Alright, we're going to fill in this little pond too. And we're going to take all these cattails out and remigrate them. I might even propagate them, honestly. We need more cattails as a source. Too many second breakfasts. Is that why it took 10 years? Like, they have this whole thing in that map that's like baked in to where, like, for example, you can set it to be like, oh yeah, let's follow Frodo's path, right? So it highlights the ground from the Shire all the way through Frodo's journey, right? Like where he went to, blah, blah, blah. And in certain spots as you're walking along the path, it'll actually say quotes from the book or the movie. And so while you listen to the audiobook or kind of watch the movie, you can find where they are. I think the audiobook is probably the better option in terms of following that thing exact, but that's just crazy to me. That they did that. Alright. Let's get the cattail roots. Yeah, I'm 100% gonna come up with it. I mean, in my head, there's always a little bit of a narrative in terms of what I'm building and why I build it that way. Like, oh, you know, it just helps you build stuff, but is there like an actual like story? No. Who knows though, when I finish like the castle and everything across the way, maybe I'll start thinking of one. Story of Jeff, true. I wish I didn't have such ADD when it comes to video games, because like I do want to finish some big builds in this at some point, but I get so burned out. And then I gotta play golf 2K25 for like a month. Magic meth, addictive but fun. The true story of Gandalf and how it was just one big trip. We all saw how much they were smoking pipes. We know what's going on. We never left the Shire. We're all just staring at this ring at the fire and just be like, whoa, what do you guys think this is? Well, I'll tell you, Frodo. As he takes like one big drag. Get the hookah and I'll tell you a story. Put on some Pink Floyd on the record player. Samwise. Stay a while and listen. Frodo, we gotta go to Moria. Why, Gandalf? Because they got the best kush. That's the real reason they went on their adventure. No one ever tells you about it. Man, daytime's already over again. Hey, doggy. Sam was his Walter White. So Gollum was just a crackhead all along? Or would you think meth? Probably more meth. Works on 40k are technically mushrooms, but maybe they are tripping balls. Who knows? Need to get some more water out of our well. I'm liking our well, chat. I'm glad we took some time to set it up. Also, everyone say hi to Pancake. Everyone must subscribe for more Pancake in the stream. Pancake loves us all. Praise pancake. Yeah, dropping my phone. Currently making pancakes for the kids. There you go. Pipeweed is just tobacco? Who says you have to use pipeweed in a pipe? Alright, so cattails. We need to... We don't care about the cattails. We need roots. Bucket. Empty buckets with cattails. Okay. See, I thought it required water. What? Oh, it's with the cattails themselves. Interesting. Well, shoot, I could have had more cattails way earlier. Did we meditate on this one yet? Also, I'm thinking I need like a farming chest for a bit. So I'm gonna start storing miscellaneous farming things. I'll just stick it over here by the cranberries for now. But that's where I'm going to put all my herb seeds, cattail roots, ferns, no, it'd be much more enjoyable if Dirty was playing this game than me. Let's be real. Okay, Lily of the Valley, we need those. Any other odd seed that isn't crop? Nope. Know what you miss? Pine bread? Pine bread, OP. Also, freaking complaining about your guys' food over there. I don't want to hear it. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Snowberry bread? Oh no. A little bit of tool maintenance. A little bit of tool maintenance. Oh shoot, I just took my tool apart without thinking about it. I'm dumb. For some reason I didn't realize if I press shift, even though it says it right there, that would break my tool. And we got about 20% durability left, so it might be time to reforge this anyways. What are we looking at in terms of voxels missing here? You... 2, 4, 6, 9. So 5 or 4. Was the blue health bar on the right? This one? Water? My water bar? Alright, let's heat those up. We'll heat this up. Yeah, I'll explain what all of our bars are here in just a second. Let me drink some water and eat some food. Get out of here, guy. One of these days, all this will be lit up, and I won't have to deal with these guys attacking me in the middle of my blacksmithing adventures. Alright, that's fine. Go ahead and forge this down. I'm still getting an odd double hit. Still don't know really what's causing that. And the handle's a half, we'll reuse it. I think that's fine. Alright, yeah, so, you know, we have a blue bar here on the right side. This is my water bar. My green bar, of course, is my food bar. Health bar is red. This blue bar is my mana bar for Rustbound Magic. And then the gray bar that's above that is how much XP I am to the next level in Rustbound Magic. Right now, I think I'm just level 2 in Rustbound Magic. Let's meditate at this. Oh no, I think I already did this one. Because it doesn't say researchable. I'll do it again anyways, just to see, but... I think we did this one. Yeah, I thought I had a gear in my inventory to do that, but I guess not. Alright, let's continue flattening where we can. Have a bit of a bow torn issue. Dick, get back here. Ooh, a tier 3 runic scroll. We got. It's pretty rare. Alright, I guess it's just gonna be another long night of me fighting off Jeffs again. Use this memory, get some free XP out of it. Take hit. Boom, 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 boom. What do Ancient Spires do? So they're part of a mod called Rustbound Magic, which adds a whole magical system into the game. So the spires, you can meditate at them if you gather them, and that increases your maximum mana, because you gain insight. And then otherwise, if you don't harvest them and just destroy them, you get some crafting materials for magic instead. Cattails regrow in the winter, dude. Yeah, well, rip. Get some water. God, my inventory is just starting to get out of control. I don't have space for anything. Store that, store that. Store that. Food. Thorn, were you on your way yet, by the way? To me? Or did you get sidetracked? So I might not have enough low fertility. There we go, back to the green. Thanks, Half-Pint, dude. Appreciate the support as always. Have you had any more issue with your elk mount, Forn? Or... no? Cheaper, more entertaining than cable. Thanks. That wallpaper is gorgeous. Let's see, you like your feng shui as well? Yeah, gotta edit that, you know, north-south wall. Angle the bed 45 degrees. Anchor it with some sort of yellow flower. I don't know. I have more low fertility soil, right? Grab these. Okay. Took 30 portions. I mean, they are giant elks. So, you know, they probably eat a lot. All this just to have maybe some farmland. Because what I want to do is I want to make like a natural spring and have it kind of come down and through here and then over the cliff a little bit. And then plant a bunch of cattails next to it. Do I stream Vintage Story often? It's probably one of the most streamed things on my channel lately. I don't really have much of a set schedule right now, but since we have started a new multiplayer server for the community, you know, I plan to do hopefully at least kind of one midweek stream and then maybe one or two near the weekend or on the weekend. I just don't have a set schedule anymore. Real life is a busy. But I definitely have plenty of Vintage Story content on the channel if people want to check it out as well. So, you know, here recently, within the past couple months, we did a hardcore save, kind of single player. I think that was pretty successful, if not for me screwing up the recordings on some of the initial episodes. But it was a good little series. Only 22 episodes or so, because you know you end up dying eventually. But I think we did decently well for a one life save in this game. It can be pretty RNG sometimes on how you die. Cool. Thanks. Enjoy the content. And then, of course, we have multiple seasons of doing streams as well. Kay killed a bear? Good job, bro. Yeah, so the hardcore series was lightly modded, I would say. Our servers tend to be a little bit more on the heavier modded side also. Okay, well, I'm out of low fertility soil. So we'll switch to medium. I don't know, Foreign. You guys don't need anything from me. I'm assuming you have all of your blacksmith scrolls for like the Green Witch armor and stuff like that. Oh, what are you making, Crosswind? I like Crosswind. I'm decently excited for it. To me, it's a little bit on the Valheim side of things when it comes to like how it actually feels to play and stuff. But it's definitely good. I liked it. I'm always in favor of a good pirate game. Always. What do I have? No, I haven't done enough exploring to get basically anything from dungeons right now. When do I have time? You know what I would love to see? I need to see a multiplayer season where Ithania don't build together. Like, they, like, communally still do stuff, in a way. But, like, I want Foreign to have, like, his own homestead and his own material grind. And I want Basilis to do that. And I want them all to just build their own little homestead. And then, like, a little bit of a village square where they trade amongst themselves. Day one stream for me. Can't wait for Crosswind. But I was a Valheim junkie. Yeah, Valheim is great. Yeah, I have nothing I can trade for this thing, Foreign. This is a help Uthris out because his... I need to see if this talent is causing my FPS drops. That's really what it is. Yeah, that is true. I have Ivy Pitchfork that doesn't ever... It's there, and then it's not there. Yeah, basically. It's like Superman trying to buy for Batman. Okay, if I end up making a little spring thing, where should it start? Because I want to have future paths in the option. Was it a baby animal or animal that we could get? For a trade like this, I'm not gonna... It was a baby animal kind of thing. I didn't know if there was a specific animal you wanted for your theme a little bit. Alright, I'm gonna need a bunch of gravel, I think. Can I make wet gravel still? Wet, dirty gravel? Yep. Muddy gravel, low fertility soil. Dark is medium. Let's go get a bunch of muddy gravel for this. Which is basically me just swimming down into the ice cold waters. Because I would like to make like a little babbling brook that kind of goes through my farmland. And I think using muddy gravel is going to be an okay for like kind of a muddy soil substitute. And if we want to upgrade it to like wet gravel and stuff, we can later. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Let's just lay this out and then I'll worry about cutting a trench or something. So we'll say kind of comes down this way. It's called Toolsmith. It's for fixing and adding more depth to just tool crafting in general. Okay, if we do something like that, I might need to extend this out a little bit just so this bank makes a little bit more sense. Or I could have it just split. I think having it split's okay. Alright, so the water depth in the middle, I think, is going to be 3. Technically, that's only 2. Two depth might work better. Yeah, I actually really liked Red's brook idea from last season. Because he kind of had one of these as well. So we'll give it a whirl. See what we can do with it. Shivers don't mess around when you get to like the higher tier versions of them. It's especially rough because you can't, you just can't outrun them. Yeah, and we'll kind of fan it out a little bit. Get a little wellspring at the top and then run down, bifurcating around the palisade on both sides. No, it's going to be a little bit more simple. So there's going to be like a little spring, comes down around kind of this way underneath some of this pathway that we're working on, you know, and then also kind of go this way up here. I don't think it's going to run right by the house or anything like that. But, you know, it's one of those things where you just don't know until it's all laid out and has water in it. And then, you know, stuff next to it. And maybe like a little wooden bridge, plank bridge over a couple of the streams. And then, you know, throw farmland trees over here as well. Little stone path. I might be getting away from the Stronghold Crusader kind of build a little bit in this section, but that's fine. Let's warm up. Wait. Yeah, Uthris, warm up by starting a fire and then just walking away from it. That's how you warm up. The fire's energy will work like a Tesla coil and just like fling itself at you from wherever you are. Dude, Apollo, $10? Appreciate it, man. You don't have to do stuff like that. Thank you. Next time in West Virginia, I'll buy a pepperoni roll with that. Really, and I need to get back into Morgantown a little bit. Just kind of see what I love occasionally driving through Morgantown when I lived in Maryland, so that I could kind of see little things that's changed from when I went to college. You know. Like, the Evansdale campus is very different, it feels. Alright, let's come over here. I kind of want to make this look like a little bit of a dam. And then maybe make this a little reservoir back into here. I can fill it in a little bit. To make this look like there's like a little floodgate. For water. I find it funny that I just finished leveling all this terrain, and then here I am, digging it all back up. Boom, 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 boom. Oh boy, that guy came out of nowhere, huh? Dang, a lot of loot on him. Alright, so the way that I want this to work is we'll just make this a nice stable slope. And even get the muddy gravel kind of up to the banks. Okay. Don't have any more. So I have to go get some. How's this holding up? It's holding up okay. Can I make boulder? Ugh. I wish you could make these. I can make cairns, I guess, instead. In a way, that might be okay for some like rocks near this thing. I'll just kind of test out what we can do. Let's just as a as a test. I'm gonna fill this section in and just see how it looks with water in it. Before it gets too crazy. What's my walk speed while I'm holding this much water? 75%. Oof. So whenever you're doing like water like this, it's best to fill it up from the bottom up. Well, actually. Hey, far.
Hello.
How's it going?
Going pretty good.
Let me just go ahead and drink the good stuff and you can have your bottles back, unless you don't care about them.
I'll take it back.
Alright, let's see if I can do this.
Maybe not. You can keep it.
Did that give me 10 unlearned points?
Should only be a total of 1. So it did
I'm at
0.10.
I'm at 10.00 out of 1.
Well, that's a little buggy though.
Yeah, that's a little buggy. But we'll take it. Alright, I learned the thing that I cared about. Thanks, I appreciate it, man. Off he goes. Hey, Jelly. How you doing? I should let this freeze over, actually. Does that mean I should go top down? I should actually go top down. I'm dumb. Whatever. Because unlike Minecraft, this can't form like the source blocks kind of on its own. You weren't ready for the horn? Actually, you know what? Having that movement and the little bubbles might be okay. Chilling like a chinchilla. Nice. Happy to hear you're chilling. I don't know. What do you guys think of this for like a brook? If I add the, you know, some cattails in through here, maybe some ferns as well, kind of make just the shore bank like patches of growth. I think it'll look pretty good, honestly. And then, like I said, just have some wood plank, one wide, bridges across them into different farmland zones. I think it'll look cool. I am content with my little tests there. Let's store some dirt back at base. So how's Vintage Story going for you so far this season, Jelly? Bet you're really enjoying wintertime. Haven't been able to play that much? Ah, that's fine. Play at your own pace. It's always my advice to people. Not everyone has to rush to steal. Part of me kind of wants to do, like, what would happen if I were to play this and only stay in the Stone Age? What could you end up making? You know? I actually think it would also be cool to, like, hard gate different age progressions to, like, okay, Stone Age is like the first year you can't progress. Then Copper Age, second year. And then Bronze Age, third year. And then Iron Age. But actually, no, it should increase. So first year must be Stone Age. Second year, you're allowed Copper, right? And then 2 more years after that, Bronze. 4 more years after that, Iron. 8 more years, Steel. Just hard limit it. That would slow everyone down. So, Bowtorns are chucks. We still haven't come up with a new name for shivers. See, I like the name Chuck for the Bowtorn because they throw things at you, so they chuck them. Geoff, Steve. What do shivers do? They crawl around. So they could be a Carl. Carl. Could be a Carl. Make that weird twitching noises. Trying to think of what else. Shivers are literally roaches. They are. They are. By the way, when's the last time Lumber streamed? What the heck is he doing? I don't know. Dang it, Carl. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Medium temporal days, harder than the apocalyptic days. You know what's funny? No, it might still be happening. Yeah, it's still happening. Dirty and Lacquer having the boys' weekend. Oh, yeah. They sent a picture. Healer might be good. Let's do strong back, I guess. Oh, I got another rank of survival at some point? Oh wait, is this unlearn? Did I unlearn another thing? No, okay. That was weird. Yeah, no, Lumber sent a picture, and I was like, wow, if Dirty was any shorter in real life, he would actually be 1-to-1 scale with his 2K25 golfer that he made. Alright, it's too dangerous to be out here, I think. I'm not gonna get anything done with all these portals. I need rift crystals. Yep, too many portals, so we'll retreat for now. Figure out what we can kind of do in the meantime. What are we doing on supplies? I might be... Let's do another 10 pour, I think. Praise Dave. My nose burns. All right, let's charcoal. Get some charcoal. Another one has sniffed the powder. They join our ranks. Do you actually like the mage rustbound stuff for, or have you never done it? And so this is going to be your first attempt at it. Dave guides the way. True. What the? Never mind. Hearing Golden watching seems pretty cool. Nice. It is a grind, so just be prepared for that. Because you will have to grind levels, and you will have to learn a lot. But it is. If you have the materials and everything, it can be super fun. Sometimes the material grind for it's a little rough, but with you guys, you probably have a lot. Alright, so let's see here. The girl wanted me to check on her animals a little bit. I think I need to confirm if one of her sheep are pregnant. So maybe we'll canoe on up there. Where is my jug? Is it, what? Guys, where's my water jug? Oh no. I think maybe I threw it away over here. Because I picked up all those bottles again. Where did I throw those? Well. Looks like I have something to do. After all. This dummy threw away his water jug. What river mod are we using? We are using the river gen mod. So the river doesn't flow like it would on the old one. Bucket, what are you doing, bro? Raise up. Thank you. So, you know, the premise is basically the same thing as the old rivers mod for sure. I would say it does some odd things that the old one didn't do, but overall, I still like it. I think it's successful. Let me grab some cattails. Cut it out, Jeff. Cut it out. Alright, let's go down to the dock area. What? Stop! Oh my god. Yeesh. Every time I get on a boat, I swear, a sentry just shows up. Also, why am I doing this and I'm freezing? It's fine. It's fine. I have bandages. I can just start a small bushfire again. Yeah, let's just do that. I think there's some small bushes over here that we can maybe just burn real quick. Because I'm sure there's no peat over here, right? Did it not light? Did I fail at starting a fire for once? There we go. Ah, nice and warm. Perfect. You know, I've noticed that I don't think the river in River Gen freezes. Am I right on that? Is anyone's river frozen over? Or any water at all frozen over? I see bits, but not like... A lot of them up near spawn are frozen? Okay. Yeah, I would expect something like this. But I'm getting none of that where I live. But maybe it's not raining or something. Why is none of my rivers freezing? Very odd. Alright, let's see. How you guys doing? Okay, this one's pregnant. And this one is ready to mate, but not enough portions eaten. Those guys seem fine. What happened here with all the mown grass? Check on these guys. Fine. I think this one's her favorite horse right now. With kind of the cream hair. Kind of white socks and tummy. It's a pretty little horse. How about you? Okay, so the iwi is pregnant. Great. Pet the iwi. Pet the iwi. Yes, pet. Pet the sheep. Good chap. Now the pig didn't have any food, so okay. The sheep is pregnant. That's what I was told to get at least check on, make sure that's still a thing. Just because I'm curious. Let's run around here and see if there's any rifts spawning any pylons that I can break for some materials. Rift activity is calm now, though. Yeah, we'll just head back. Why does my game stutter this much? Please, chat, you gotta find me a solution for this. It is driving me nuts. There's no reason my game should stutter this much. Like, when I'm in creative mode, flying around and checking out other people's builds, my game is smooth as silk. Like, it's perfectly fine. The moment I'm in survival mode, my game is constantly stuttering. It doesn't make sense. Sounds like a mod conflict. That's what it sounds like, but no, everyone else has the same mods. Now, it could be something that I have installed. It's kind of why I kind of want to do a fresh install. Like if I do, what, debug log ticks 40. Stutter's bad for you and lags your computer bad. So like right this second, I have full HP and it's okay. Nothing crazy going on. This all seems decently fine. Like here, if I go into creative mode, go to no clip, I'll set my speed to like 12. Look at this. Nothing. No stutter. I'm not rubber banding. It's perfectly smooth. See? Like, I'm pretty sure that's about as smooth as you can get. I'm generating chunks, flying around, loading, unloading the areas. Perfectly fine. Then the moment I go into survival and start just sprinting, come on. Now you're not gonna do it? I don't even know anymore. I don't know anymore. I'm just crazy, I guess. I guess I'm just crazy. Let's just sniff this rock. Get some good use out of it. Alright, chat. Be right back. Okay, we're back. All right, let's see. We were working on the little creek path way. Where did I put my dirt? In here? Oh yeah, I needed to fire another jug too, so suppose we'll just go ahead and do that. Boom, boom, boom. I don't really have a pick kiln right now. Let's not build it near the charcoal pit so that nothing bad can happen. Because that's something we're gonna have to do is get a new pit kiln service up. Alright, let's grab some grass. Some sticks. And I guess we'll do some coal for this because we need it sooner rather than later. What would happen? Not like half the charcoal would catch on fire. You're right. That would never happen to us. That would never happen to us. Not here, not on this channel. Alright. Back to working on, for some reason, this little brook. Can you stock fish in your stream? Not natively. However, if it gets... These are water blocks, so in a way, a fish could, in theory, still spawn in them. I don't know how fishing spawns work, if I'm being completely honest. Alright, let's just build a temporary dam. Okay. Get rid of the snow, make it easier to see real quick. Alright, just keep following the gravel that we laid out. As long as we follow our blueprint consistently, I think things will look fine. So here we have a little bit of a drop in height. So that's going to be interesting on how this kind of shakes out. I think for the ease of everything, I'll just kind of bump that out. Then over here. We'll just bump that out. And that should essentially function. Hold on. Let's aggro this guy. Nice. Alright, cool. We got our binder back in full. That's nice. Let's go warm up. Remake our shovel. Here. Maybe we should probably sharpen it too. Make sure we're getting the most out of it. So once we have this brook through, I will have to make, do some of the plants that kind of come up around it. And then we can start kind of zoning off fields. I'm going to go pretty organic, I think, shape-wise. It's going to be my goal. And have as little as possible when it comes to having rows of water come into my fields. I might have the occasional one or two. Like, let's say this whole section becomes a field, right? I might have, like, a couple water dots through here, but probably inefficiently at best. And then this plateau can be a field. And then maybe down here in this lower section could be a field. Hey, niece. Good to see ya. Why am I falling through the ground? Should I be concerned? Okay, now I am teleporting again. All right, let's grab a handle for the shovel. And attach reach that. I need to go through and make more handles soon. Yeah, look at that. Good amount of durability. I'm stealing Red's idea from last season, Neeson, making a creek. We're just planning to stream Adventure Story tomorrow night, FYI. Nice. I mean, that'll be the start of spring again. Tomorrow night will be. It'll probably be, you know, early March to mid March tomorrow. I think a lot of people kind of hibernate during the winter. For sure. Push this out. All right, just like that. So I'm gonna have a temporary dam again here. Probably just like right here. Just until I get a little bit more downstream filled in. Damn you. What do you think of our little house, niece? Alright, let's let the water flow. And we will see it behaves. So if you want to know a trick to kind of shape water too, I think you can kind of do the same thing in Minecraft as well. Like if I don't like this block, how it kind of juts out, pretty sure I can just kind of do that. And then remove. And it'll kind of fix where it can a bit. All right, now that we have the brook through there, let's get some cattail seeds and just kind of space them out a little bit. A little bit of a test for us here. And then eagle ferns. And we'll do heather, I guess, along the river. In bits and bobs. Get out of here. Yeah. I am happy to see all these sentries. Alright. So, I'm going to leave this for now because I don't know how that's going to work. But I wanted to kind of do like boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. So I don't want a crazy amount of cattails. Right, the whole thing will have cattails through it. Couple ferns here and there. Right? And then also some heather. And I can kind of hide the ugliness, I think, on a bit of these waterfall sections with some cattail. So I'd say something like that. And once it kind of grows, I think it'll look good. I might end up adding like almost like a hedgerow to this in some spots, depending. Patent pending kind of deal. I'm gonna have to break this one because I'm gonna need a spot where a little bridge comes across, and I think this too wide is gonna be a perfect spot for that. Did my stream crash? Hello? Hello? YouTube streaming? Getting a spinny wheel. A little bit here. What is going on? You're still here, you're here. Huh. My whole studio crashed. Give me 1 second. Could be the tab itself. Let me close that tab. Firefox has not been good to me lately. And I kind of don't want to go back to Google Chrome. What the? Oh, man. If it's not a Jeff, it's these guys, huh? Alright, hold on. God, how did I get back to this thing if it didn't work? Do I just go back to my Go Live? Yep, and do that. Yep. No, I agree. Chrome is a hog when it comes to stuff, but the problem is like I feel like Firefox is screwing me a little bit. It does not behave right. Why am I falling through the ground? I don't know what's going on. Is my jug done? It's like someone put a bunch of pit traps. I feel like I'm playing Animal Crossing all of a sudden. What the f... Alright, sweet. Got my water jug back. You use Edge. You are the first person I have talked to in probably 5 years who actually just uses Edge. What kind of madman are you? Why would you do that to yourself? I mean, at the end of the day, use what works, but, man. Hey, Sane. How's it going? Oh, God. Chat, why didn't you remind me we were doing a poor metal, like, an hour ago? Oh, no. I forgot about all my broads. Oh, no. Not a big deal, but still annoying. I blame chat. Okay, yeah, so we're gonna have the little spring up here that kind of feeds this babbling brook thing. I might even do a little bit of another spring up here that maybe feeds into it as it works down. Honestly, there should kind of be no brook here just because of, like, I'm building on an island. But I keep falling through the ground. Alright, I'm restarting my game. Let me restart my game. It's driving me nuts. Well, at least with baking, right? Yeah, it's charred. But at least you can still eat it. With metal working, you're like, oh, I had to reheat it. Like, it didn't do anything. Literally nothing happened. I just wasted material. Alright, we got molten tin bronze. Let's do this thing. Maybe I just need to restart my game more often. You know, start seeing oddities and instead of like being annoyed and just restart the game. Okay, some more bronze for us. I need to do a whole thing of nails. So let's go do that. Do I want a bronze nails tier 2? So copper is binding tier 1, bismuth binding tier 2, assuming iron is binding tier 3. No, guess it would have to be steel. Maybe meteoric iron? Meteoric iron, and then steel's tier 4. Gold? It's gold. Nothing. Gonna make black bronze soon? I'm like so far away from doing any sort of real objective. It feels. Like, I don't have gold and silver right now, so, like, technically, no, I can't do black bronze, even if I wanted to. I had to go do a decent amount of mining trips, try and make all the black bronze bars, and I'm not going to make any black bronze armor, I don't think. I'd rather make meteoric armor, honestly, it's cooler. But the new armors are cool. Like the Green Witch armor that we have. Meteoric Green Witch might be cool. I might do that. The ADD is real. This game, like you know, you have to survive and build and do things. And I'm just not good at doing all of that at once. Some people go through and they just like harvest a bunch of materials for days. And then they spend days doing another task, you know? And I kind of just bounce around like a maniac and lose my mind. It's been working out for me, I think. And this is probably the strategy I'll just forever have to use. Alright, something I want to test. 8247. I want to see if making 8 nails gives more XP. Or the same XP as making 4 nails, because it's still a single craft. I don't know how it determines blacksmithing XP. Whether it's like by the voxel in the recipe or what. $82.47. $91.15. So that was 8.68 XP. I just crashed my game. Rejoin. Oh, okay. Nope. It just crashed again. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm sure it's fine. Nothing to see here. Oh, God. Everything's borked. It's all borked. What the f... God. You know, part of me is actually like, I should just use Linux. What do you mean the game is already running? It ain't. It ain't running. It's literally not here on my list. Alright, Nice, you have a good one. Okay. 91.15. Nine, 6, 8. So that's 5, 6, 5. Which is more... Yeah, it is more XP to make them in batches of 4. It looks like. And I think that's because the difference in recipe cost, like in terms of maybe overall voxels, is less than the total of 2 sets of items. Anyways, there's a bunch of nails for us. So that's good. I can put these up. Boom. I want to see, so tin bronze falx, it's 4.5 at 450, bismuth bronze 4.3 at 530, black bronze 4.8 at 600, meteoric iron 1105.3. Alright, our tanning is back. We're going to go hunting again. Also, I'm running low on food. So negative 15. Alright, this is what we're going to do. We're going to, I think, plant this area. Or lay out this area's field. So let's get rid of all this stupid snow. Do I get digging XP for this? What was that? 29345? No. Okay. Alright, I would like to replace where the field is going with high fertility soil. It probably does, but I really don't care. I think that's another nice thing about Toolsmith is lets you kind of be a little bit more liberal with your kind of basic tool usage. And again, I expect these fields to be decently organically shaped. Durability but no XP. Yeah. Oh yeah, so this will be kind of our first field. Just finished day 2 video. I cannot seem to find day 3. I see day 4. Are they numbered wrong or are you blind? Ooh, that's a good question. Let me see. Did I fail to rename the day for this stream? Content live. Day 5, day 4, day 3, day 2, day 1. No, it's there. So just go to my channel and then go to the live tab. And you should see them basically in order that they were made anyways. So day 3, day 4, and now day 5 they have all the same thumbnail, but the titles do say 3, 4, 5. I'm hoping to make a new thumbnail for spring. Take irregular shaped fields to the next level. Shame the mod is so outdated. Yeah, no problem, Reed. I found it while I was exploring all through the last year or so, so it's really not that much. We need to get a lot more. Let's grab some more medium, and then I will... You know how to turn off the updated models for the Toolsmith mod? Mine have missing textures and can't see them on racks. Okay, so you have the latest version of Toolsmith, which we do not have, because that update came out after the server launched. So my suggestion would be to potentially downgrade versions. What version are we running? I don't know the exact version number. Let me see if I can guess which one. Actually fix the text. So they came out with an update 16 hours ago for mod version 1.2.3. So try that if you're not already on it. If you're not on it, then try... probably 1.1.11. Something like that, I would say. What page is 404 right now? Oh, oof. All right. Again, this is going to be a inefficient farm, and I'm okay with that on my end. You guys do not have to build farms like I build farms. Yeah, no problem. But like I said, I'm not overly, at least on this one, I'm not really concerned about getting maximum yield on stuff. Yeah, I agree. Here, let's grab a bucket. We'll fill in those little holes with some water. No, not on my hardcore series I did. On my hardcore series, but the server is not like that because I want to encourage people to, you know, do what they want, right? If they want to play as a internal challenge to have like no movable water, in theory they could. Where's my rye? There's my rye. I wanted carrots, right? Parsnips? Nah, I think just rye first. I don't think my carrots and parsnips would survive right now. I did like the challenge of no water source blocks, but with hydrate or dihydrate, you can kind of get around it with the well springs and kind of force water flowing into certain areas. And then with the aqueducts mod, you can kind of still essentially build without having to worry about it. It just makes you think about it a little bit more. I like the little aqueduct we made in my hardcore series. That was kind of a cool idea. Dug like a wellspring up in the air and then use the aqueduct mod to kind of get it around the farm. We do have hydrate or dihydrate installed at least though. Oh, I forgot my hoe. That's an ads. Nice. That and vigor? I don't know what vigor would be. I would assume some sort of mod for sleeping? That's my assumption based on just the word choice. Stamina, no. Infinite running. Okay. Yeah, I like that idea. That's fine. I think there was another cool mod that would allow you to... There was like a build-up time for sprinting and like a slowdown time. So you couldn't sprint at full speed immediately or stop from full speed immediately. I think that would add some nice weight to the game. I do hope there is a more immersive way to water crops eventually than just a water's next to tilled soil. I know primitive survival adds stuff like that, but we don't have it running on this one. All right, let's disconnect while the server restarts. It'll be a couple minutes. And really, I'm just hoping it's warm enough. Just hunt for common rain, let it do its thing. Yeah, that makes sense. I find that if you're around your base a lot, even with common rain, they don't really stay watered holistically too well. I mean, you can just use a watering can and top them off that day or something. But when your farm gets big, and since we're using the Art of Growing mod, I have a feeling my field's going to have to be huge. Or I'm just going to be patient. We'll see which one happens first. I just think the soil dries out maybe a little too quick. Jello farming, I hate it, but like it for rice. Are you talking about like actually planting in like inside the water source block? I don't know what you mean by jello farming. Yeah, yeah, that only makes sense with rice. For sure. It's fine for rice. Honestly, I think, like, I like that they finally nerfed and fixed, because I was kind of arguing with some people in chat, months ago, how you could plow underneath wild crops and they would grow faster, kind of deal. I felt like that was a kind of against the spirit of the game kind of thing. And their argument was like, well, it's in the game, so therefore, it seems fine. It's like, well, okay. And then, like, a couple patches later, they removed it. I'm like, yeah, see? Like, I don't think they designed this game to be like this. Like, that doesn't make any sense. And I feel like Jello farming is kind of... The concept of that would be the same, except for they would just exempt rice. You know? Okay, server's not back yet. Let me just restart my game again. Give it another minute. Good old Nat Cad's over there sleeping. Oh, it started to go through. Oh no. Don't you love it when you wait for something to happen and then you're like, screw it, I'll try again. The moment before you click cancel, it starts to move and then you click anyways. Oh, I hate that so much. That's like half the issues at my job from people. They're not patient enough, and then they cancel things, and then it gets stuck in the SQL database, and then I have to go track it down. Okay. I kind of don't want to... I might plant this tomorrow morning before work on my end. Just to make sure that it gets to the right temperature. I feel like the other night it was still like -15. Iron abundancy and bronze being such a pain to keep in supply 90% of the time. I just limp to get it 10. Yeah, and find iron super easy and skip. That's what a lot of people do for sure. I really enjoy the Bronze Age. I enjoy the Bronze Age grind. I like the alloy mixing of it. And so I tend to sit in bronze. Even on like a vanilla playthrough, I just kind of do. But something that's helping this season with that a little is the yeah, Toolsmiths makes it better, but also I have interesting origin installed on the server as well. So, you know, your ore veins are just massive, right? I mean, they might be a little bit more challenging with cave-ins and dealing with cave-ins, but the payoff is still good. So it's kind of worth it. And it makes your mine kind of this point of interest thing rather than a small hockey puck that you just dug out of the ground. For sure. Kate, are you around? No, dang it. I need to get the location for the coal mine he found from him that's near us. Where are my shrubs? Are they upstairs? God, I need an actual storage building. I wanted to try something. Hydra as well. Yep, it has a well winch. And the nice thing is, with the update, it didn't have this feature before on my hardcores playthrough. But if you build a well winch over a well, and you look at it, it will tell you how many liters a day the well outputs, how much the well can store. So I haven't upgraded my well storage to like brick or anything like that because I don't use enough water from this thing to warrant it. But I like the fact that I know how much water a day. You know, 21 liters a day is enough for me to drink indefinitely, essentially. Because you don't need to use clean water for cooking. Anyways, I wanted to test just a bit of a shrub. Kind of vibe here. You run stock values and bump your hydration max up a little bit. It's default hydration values for me. So, you know, you basically need to drink about a jug of water a day, which I think is fair. Do I have my pickaxe on me? I do. Let me hop up over here real quick. You don't like the hydration vanish? You don't? Okay, yeah. Yeah, you know, just eat first and then drink after. Kind of my solution to that in a way. Just want to see a couple of these cairns. I don't think it's a simulation of that. I think it's just like if you eat something, you kind of you can get cotton mouth a little bit. Like if I just ate a bunch of bread and nothing else, I'd be like, boy, I could go for some water, you know. Or a real dry steak. Mmm. All right, let's see. What does this flat top cairn looks like? And do I want to use it? It's like, oh. Are you gonna settle? That's kind of cool. Oh, well. What do they think this game is, scum? If I do that, and then maybe do the altar in the corner. Oh, it actually connects. Cairns are, to me, they're trail markers type deal. This one's an altar looking kind of rock. They're just man-made rock piles. So to me, mixing them in with the fences a little bit might be like, if I do the plank bridge here, we get some herbs and then like some other rough fencing. To me, I'm trying to simulate a little bit more of a rough fence that's like not really repaired. So I'm just messing around with it right now. Let's, plus they look better than 2 high dirt markers for ore deposits. That is true. Yeah, they're just for markers. I think things can probably climb them. I was doing something. Jesus. Oh, okay. Chisel. Just gonna chisel something real quick. Let's do oak. Yeah, these things are kind of physics objects, so. The fact that it's sliding here, it makes sense. So let me move it to here. And throw that there. So it stops doing that at least. Wooden. Do I want a wooden path? Yeah, well, sometimes the tool pops and sometimes the tool becomes unreclaimable. I have one of those right now. Let's go grab some planks. See, my barrels can only take one item. I like to use them for bulk storage display of ores and such, but you can only fit one stack. Yeah, we have stone piles. So, like, right now I have, for example, kind of like silage areas for like clay, all clay types, and then this would be like cobblestones. But you could do this for ore as well, if you have the stone piles mod. And then we have just more piles. Pileful, I think is what it's called. Over here. And then with Art of Growing, you end up kind of keeping silage. So I have a bunch of dry grass piles and more dry grass bins up here for usage because I have to dry out the grass. Don't mind me. I just wanted to get some chiseling done today, you know? Stream gets all antsy when I don't chisel stuff. It's a great combo how you multi-direction, yes. Yeah, if you chisel the block and then combine it through the grid, it keeps the direction of that texture when it gets combined into that other chisel block. So that's how you do that. I think the pantograph might be able to copy and paste directionally as well. But it's been a while. I don't remember exactly. Pulling out the, yeah, because we have cat eyes. Here, if I, oh, disable it. There you go. Cool. I think this will look nice once some of these shrubs grow, some of our cattails grow. And we get ourselves a little plank bridge across the stream. If I had another little oil lamp, I'd put one there. I don't have one right now. Yeah, so like right now, this is like the darkness without cat eyes, and if I turn cat eyes back on, this is the brightness. So you can see it helps a lot, but it also means everything that isn't in shadow is very, very bright. You know, my house kind of really glows in the dark over there, but when I turn it off, you know, now I just can't see really much in front of me, but I can see my house a little bit better. Alright guys, well, I'll tell you what. Leave you with a little bit of a view while we log off here. Streamed for about 4 hours, a little bit longer than I thought I was going to stream today, but I had a pretty good time. A little bit of a chill stream today. Yes, I'm in creative mode. No, I don't actually spawn things in for myself, so you know. If you guys enjoy Vintage Story and want to see more, feel free to subscribe. If you want to play on our server with everyone else in the community, become a member today. Link up your Discord to your YouTube account, join our Discord, and you'll find the server information listed there. And you guys can form your own groups, play solo, do whatever. Server's up 24/7. We are now officially year 1 instead of 0. So spring is coming up. So if you guys have been kind of waiting until winter's passed, tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening will be a good time to hop on, or the day after or something like that, if you really want to make sure there's berries around so you don't starve. Let's see if there's anyone I know streaming still. It's Sunday. I highly doubt it. I need to go to bed. I have work. And YouTube's not even letting me edit it. Okay, well, that's fine. That's fine. You know what? I'm just going to end my stream. You guys have a good one. We'll be back maybe once this week and then next weekend as well. So, peace.